Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to all my people around the world. This is Stop by local, regional, and international, home and abroad. Well, you don't know, So it says here, Tekashi 6ix9ine has been given 2 years in prison. 2 years. Tekashi 6ix9ine been sentenced to 2 years while already serving 13 months. The judge in the case said this wasn't enough, but I guess to the tremendous act you put on by snitching, maybe it might look lenient. I don't know. But anyway, it's it's Tekashi life here now. When is he going to be released from prison? And when he released, where is he going to be at? Is he going to stay in the same area? Is he going to move to some different secluded area? Is he going to rap still? Is he going to be into the music business? Tekashi baby mama, Sarah Molina, right? She said he's not a changed man. You know what I mean? And he's using his daughter and her as a prop, to get leniency by the court. Now, these things have been said before the sentence was handed down, right? She goes on to say a lot, but let's talk about what Tekashi 6ix9ine has just heard from the judge a couple hours ago. All right? Tekashi 6ix9ine just got the deal of the centuries, right? This was said by TMZ, right? Judge Paul Ingemeyer gave him a 2-year sentence, but keep in mind, he's already served 13 months of that. Bottom line, Tekashi will be out by late 2020. I don't think it's going to be late 2020, because if you get 2 years, and unless, we're going to get into that. We don't get into that right now. We're going to get into that, but not maybe on this topic, on this news right now, but we will get into that. But anyway, they say by late 2020. Once he get out, he will be on supervised release for 5 years and will have to complete 300 of community hours, right? 300 hours of community service and pay a fine of $35,000, right? I guess that was the same amount of money he ordered on Chief Keef. Right, 35,000. Who wanna take it? That was Tekashi 6ix9ine. But anyway, Tekashi, who was wearing dark blue prison scrub, had also no reaction, when the sentences was handed down. You would think he'd be happy, but they said, historically, by the way, his hair was almost completely black, so I guess his color was out of his hair. His color was returning to his hair, his natural color was returning to his hair. And, it was said that he had the little trace of rainbow dye in his braid still, He still, I don't know how that go, but anyway, I'm just reporting, this news here, right? Before handing down his sentence, right, Ingemeyer ran down very specific example as to why Tekashi should serve more than just the 13 months of time served. Right? His team had been pushing. They've been pushing for time served. That's why the rumor was that he was going to be released today, which is Wednesday. But the judge said that little bit of time is not too much, is not enough, for the type of crimes that was committed in this indictment. The judge said even though Tekashi cooperate in a tremendous fashion, one way or the other, or one way of another, the full range of your conduct would have come to light. In other words, I don't know if he's trying to say, well, it would have catch up with you anyway. So, jump high, jump low, Ingemeyer, who revealed Tekashi met with the feds 26 times, okay? So when he been talking to some of you all, he was talking with the feds around them times. Okay? So you all have to know that this man will never be trusted again. Never. I mean, he will be trusted by some people, but when it comes to people who have certain criminal activities lingering around them, they wouldn't trust this man. Right? Tekashi may not have pulled the trigger in shootings, but made it clear, crystal clear, Tekashi is responsible. Right? That's what the judge said. Completely rejecting the notion Tekashi was just a passive participant. The judge did add Tekashi helped. The judge did add Tekashi helped prosecutor tremendously, but said, in my judgment, your conduct is too violent and selfish to make 13 months reasonable. You will not be going free today, Engelmeyer said. Said Tekashi deserved a great deal of credit for cooperation, but 13 months as time served was not nearly enough. Engelmeyer also shows some sense of humor, saying he appreciates the snitching memes, whether at his or Tekashi expense. The judge called Tekashi Corporation brave, underscoring that cooperation of criminal insiders is a necessary tool. The judge said Tekashi Corporation was so much, no gang will want to work with him ever again. Well, you don't know that because people stupid enough to do them stuff still. Anyway, at 8:54 a.m. Pacific time, after a female victim, an innocent bystander shot in the foot during one of the gang's crime, spoke, Tekashi finally addressed the court. He offered to pay her medical bills. Tekashi admitted throwing his money around was not the best look, but he wanted to help her and apologize for the shooting. He read most of his comments from a letter he written, right? And talk about his father abandoning his family when he was in 3rd grade. I guess he's trying to let the judge have some sympathy for him, so he's saying his father abandoned him when he was in 3rd. We know a lot of times people have emotional experience in their life, right? But then when you reach to that certain age where you have that money and floating around and all them, yes, your father could be playing back in your mind, but you would be kind of like look sideways to be coming at the judge now to tell him about your father. You say, well, you making all that money, you could have replenished and, you know what I mean, what do you call it? Reconnect, you know what I mean? All these nuts and bolts and whatever you needed was to tie back up, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it couldn't have done. But, you know what I'm saying, you know, it's a lot, right? When you asking the judge to be lenient on you after you did so many of these things, even having young girls in your video or allegedly raped, you know what I mean? Now, Tekashi 6ix9ine is facing the judge in federal court and he's about to find out, which he did, right, that he's going to be locked up a little bit more than he thought, right? And how much that will be, we don't know. But the judge thanked him for the snitching, you know what I mean? And the sentencing hearing got underway. He was sentenced to 2 years. And the prosecutor had the breaking down exactly how valuable Tekashi was in helping them convict 2 members of the 9-3 blood, Anthony Harv Ellison and Aljamiah Mack. Prosecutor told the judge they met with him 2 to 3 times a week, and he sang like a canary. Now imagine that. I always tell all of that. One thing with the police and the DA or the FBI and them, they will expose you after you snitch. They will always do that. They have a joy in that, letting you know you just, you know what I mean, one of these, you know what I mean, no good criminal, because that's where they will have him on the streets or wherever gang he come from, or if he's a criminal active member in a gang, right? So they will stitch on you. So they said, They say we meet with this man 3 to 2 times a week. He sang like a canary about his involvement in numerous crimes. And this was interesting. Did you know there is a rating system for criminals, right? For purpose of sentencing, the Fed calculate Tekashi criminal history at a category 2. So I didn't know that, but there's a rating for criminal, right? So he's a category 2. Here's the math on that. 6ix9ine got 1 point for his 2018 conviction for using a minor in a sexual performance in a music video, and 2 more points for his involvement in the 9 Trey Blood while on probation. Those 3 points put him in category 2. Keep in mind, the highest worst criminal history rating is a 6. Tekashi was originally facing a minimum of 47 years in prison before agreeing to assist prosecutor by ratting out his former gang members, as we reported. He pleaded guilty to 9 counts when he entered his plea back on January 23rd. He coped the multiple counts of racketeering, conspiracy, firearms offenses, and narcotic trafficking. According to federal docs, Tekashi was involved with dealing heroin, right? Fentanyl, ecstasy, amphetamines, or some kind of thing like that. I don't know what it is, but and weed. The Fed said the conspiracy included multiple acts of murder, robbery, and extortion. Prosecutors also referred to a video TMZ first posted of Tekashi offering a $30,000 bounty for someone to shoot Chief Keef. Now, of course, someone did indeed open fire on Keef and his cousin in June 2018 in Times Square, just days after Tekashi offered 6ix9ine, just days after Tekashi 6ix9ine offered, to have him killed for about 34,000 racks, As we reported, Tekashi begged the judge to give him a second chance. He had said he had seen the error of his ways and wanted to do right by himself. His family and his fans, his mom and others submitted letters to asking the judge for leniency, right? Now, we don't know, but I'm guessing January, February, March, April, May. By May, I guessing around May, June, this fool is going to be out of prison. But anyway, if you have anything to say, comment in the box below. Share, like, and comment. This is Stop By. Share, like, and comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm out.
Oh, brother.